All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Hello and good morning. Let me put my timer on. What's good, everybody? How's y'all morning? How's everybody's day? Uh, yeah. How's y'all day today? And how's the weather where y'all at? Cause as of right now, it's raining. Probably a little bit of shower here and there, and it's quite something out there. A lightning strike, thunderbolt or whatever, literally woke me up, and it struck so close. It literally jumped. I literally jumped dang near out of my skin. So that was pleasant. But needless to say, like I said, and I did like a recent post. I did well today. I'm gonna be doing like a 30-minute stream just this time around. Um, I still haven't. I'm still debating if I should probably do like a trailer type of video. I do need to start creating some videos so that way I can start posting on my YouTube channel. And of course, like some little cook-ups of like start to finish, things of that nature. Oh wait, where is my? I just remembered. I'm like, hold on, where is my? I don't see it. Just in case, because I don't want to be missing out on the people who's talking to me. Hang on just a second. But yeah, I don't want to be. There you are. Minimize you. Forgot to have you up and running. All right, but yeah, is today's gonna be a short stream because I actually want to get some videos made and well not compiled, but at least have some made. And what else? I'm still debating on the what is that? A trailer video. I'm just don't have. I don't know. I just haven't came across a good time to do like a trailer video so that way I can have that for newer viewers. So when they visit my channel, they'll have something to be like, okay, what this person is about and stuff like that. Um, and then I'm also wanting to have my time a bit more diverse of making more music, and of course I got other stuff to do IRL. But anyways, oh, story time too. I had a music idea that literally came to mind, and it gave like a hip hop or a rap type of ordeal, and I can't remember it for the life of me. And it came out at a moment where I couldn't get up to be in here to make least well at least invest like a good hour in to see if it's gonna sound good or not. So that was a bit unfortunate for me. And when I woke up, I was like, well, I can't remember it for the life of me. It sounded good to me, it did, but anyways, I'm just gonna be pretty much a chill type of stream. And yeah, we're just gonna see and wing it from here, guys. Chat. Wait, where's my audio? Where's my audio? Well, I hear my mic. Well, I see my mic is receiving audio, but FL Studio is not playing through. What in tarnation? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, something lying. really like this one, and I'm glad how this one came out. I'm not a guitar player, nor am I a fan of it because I pretty much thrive and love the sound of the piano. I'm a sucker for a good piano, but the guitar really complemented my piano and what I wanted for it to sound like and for what I wanted to hear out of it too. And I wanted to go for like a good peaceful type of vibe, which a lot of my tracks that I come up with does sound that way, and it does come out that way, and it makes me happy knowing that. I have really no motive on really changing anything on this. Granted, this is also going to be on an album that I want to release later on down, yeah, later on down the road. Which be sure to subscribe so that way you guys be notified for that when that future comes. And my boy Lair, uh, well, my boy Leak, my boy Week, excuse me. They came in clutch, and I love how the album cover look. So I probably might be teasing that down the future and stuff like that. So that way y'all have something to look forward to. And I'm not the best when it comes to mastering, which is why I have the FL Cloud master most of my tracks. I just do as much cleanup and stuff like that as I possibly can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if it sounds good and is ready for re-release, well, before I even release it, I want to have like some other people's opinion on the matter to see what it sounds like and what you guys think on the matter and things like that. I don't know if I want to have this as my opening one or it may be another track that I'm thinking of and that one will be the opening for my first album. I don't know. Only time will tell. Need to leave my hands alone too because my nerves. But right now, what's going on right now is that I'm getting the files rendered. I moved I moved over a good deal of my track because a friend of mine also told me to not have it so instant, have it just probably a bar over. So in case worst case scenario, if I probably have if I need it to be mastered, I can send it to him and he'll take care of it. And he does a bit well. Of course, he's been in the field in the music industry. He's been in that field for quite some time, and which is why he's able to hear out certain things and what sticks out and what doesn't. He's like my he's a co-worker that I know, and he's really good at what he does. The thing is, I don't have no mastering money. That just goes to that's the issue with that because I got other stuff I gotta take care of. But I would love for him to have it constantly mastered and things like that. Granted, he does have other stuff that he got to get done too, which is why I'm like, well, I'll take it upon myself and see what I can do and do as much cleanup and see what sticks out and what doesn't, and learn as I go. So I try to do as much stuff as I possibly can myself, which is why a lot of this stuff takes up so much time of my time to get it sounding right and you know things like that nature. That's interesting. Hold on. I just caught something. I just caught this right here. And this needs to be over here. So when this little guitar solo does its thing, does its job, yada yada, the volume for this should be back. Oh, you're using complete control. Okay. No wonder why I didn't post that right there. So this is just the Nexus channel. Wait. Yeah, this is to... Guitar 3. Where you coming from? You want 14. Then to 14. Yeah. This one right here is like the loudest one. You're at what? 55%? Okay, just in case. Yeah, that's paste value 64%. So what are you even? And why does this keep okay, so yeah, it's copying this. It goes from 78% to what? To 55. Okay, so you need to be 42 maybe? Quite interesting. Let's see. Anyways. Yeah, because you see how this guitar is from Nexus. And the other one is, of course, from Complete Control, which I love them guitars, by the way. I'm not a guitar fan, but I love how they sound. But they just overly used, especially in areas like lo-fi, for example, which is why I go. Another reason why I go into piano. I use piano a lot because it sounds beautiful. Other than it sounding beautiful, but it sounds amazing. It's 21%. So maybe if I paste the value here, 42%, paste it over here as well, will it probably match it? It kind of, wait, hold on. It matches it, kind of. Yeah, it matches it actually. Yeah, it matches it. It just goes over a little bit. So I can fix that actually. I can fix that. 15. Maybe I can. Let's do this. This at 38%. Let's do 48% just to see what happens. Okay, so they equally loud now. Excuse me. What time are you going? What time am I going? What time? That's a good question. What time am I going? I can Marco wants me there at 2. Yo, what's good? I had to take care of an important text from one of the higher ups IRL at my job and whatnot. So that's why. I mean, I saw you comment, so I did. What's good? What's good? How's your day? What the hell? What the hell? Hold on. What the heck? Hold on. I saw you what's the name. Hold on. Yeah! Damn! Yeah, that Joker soaked! Bro, that Joker is soaked! Bro, I can't. The rain has done the above because of course it did. You cannot make this up, bruh. The moment where I want to actually stream, and then I was doing a test. Well, first off, actually, let me view, let me view what you. Okay, the man with the diabolical. You know what? You're not far off. But you're busy right now. But I saw you live, and I thought thought I'd tell you hi, how's it going? What happened on Twitch? So apparently with the Twitch thing, I wanted to use YouTube as my main, and I was doing some test runs with Twitch at first. Twitch is fine, and then when I tried to multi-stream with Kick, that was also fine. But for some odd reason, if I were to use YouTube as my mainstream stream canvas or whatnot, I can't multi-stream to Twitch. And I did look up some YouTube video saying that for some reason the updated version of Twitch, it doesn't allow you to use other main streaming platforms and then you side stream to Twitch, which is weird. And then not only that, when I'm trying to do it with Kick, it'll show up for like a few seconds. This is with the YouTube mainstream. If you were to use YouTube as the mainstream, it'll just show and then it'll stop, and then it'll show and then it'll stop. But when I did the test stream with the main source streaming from Twitch and then from Kick, it showed up just fine. But when I tried to side multi-stream it to YouTube, it doesn't show up at all. And I have the Ultium multi-stream that they told me to grab and use, and it's not even showing up at all. During the early test stream that I did today, it wasn't doing it at all, which is weird. And I want to mainly do my mainstream to, from YouTube, because that's where a good deal of the source also paid promoted videos, which is why the subscriber number is inflated. But what company doesn't promote their channel or promote their business and all this other stuff for exposure? But needless to say, it's definitely weird. It's definitely weird. That's what's going on, and that's what happened as far as with the 7-minute the 7-minute mark when it came to Twitch and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm good. You got rabbits? Rabies? Hell no. Well, I don't know why I laugh like that. It's just when something is just really funny, or someone asks me something, or I see a dark humor video, or a dark humor post, or a funny as hell post, or anything that's just funny or whatever, I just lose it and I forget that. I forget that I'm like, oh right, I'm not supposed to like do all that or whatever, but I can't help it. Sometimes it just comes out that way. But but nah, man, you funny that it just comes out naturally that way. But funny enough, as far as at my IRL job, apparently there's a huge leakage that happened at my job, at my workforce. Because of course it did. The rating is done. The above. Are you the only one scheduled for today? I am, yes. And by the way, this junk looks really bad. Let me reply. Yikes. That looks awful. But yeah, needless to say, the moment when I would like to do something to chill and enjoy the things that I do, which is making and composing music and stuff like that. And I also need to create some I got a lot of stuff that's pre-recorded that I need to edit, excuse me, and shorten down so that way I can have some stuff to post on YouTube. When I'm releasing the lo-fi, I got two finished. Okay, that was excessively loud. But no, I got two finished, at least to the best of my abilities. I'm gonna have my coworker also listen to it because he's also in the music field as well, which is good. And he has a studio at the job that I also work at, so that's a huge plus as well. So he can also critique my music, and he can look and listen out to what can be adjusted on my end and stuff like that. So he's good at what he does. And I told him I was gonna have some for him to listen to. But yeah, so far I got two finished. I want to do 8 to 9 more, but I want to do 8 to 9 more via Streamwise, from somewhat of a start to finish type deal. And that's where my main target is at right now. Of course, is at the album cover that you made for me, which love, by the way. That one's gonna be having the ambiance of the ocean and the waves going in and stuff like that. That's why I'm gonna have like a good deal of those. I'm gonna have a good deal of the music surrounding that from the start album to finish. Maybe him walking off until the sunset of, or walking off somewhere. But I haven't gotten to that part yet. But my main focus is to get like a good 8 to 9 of them complete from start to finish, with the ambiance of the ocean. Maybe some seagulls calling in the background with for additional texture. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Quality over quantity, you show right. Um, I try, I try, and I do try to. I use a good deal of artists and producers, especially Mondo Loop. Cool, great producer by the way. And Xander and Loudlander, very good producers by the way. Yeesh, let the whole motor run around. But anyways, um, I use far as those artists, is not only I listen to them, but I also listen to their music for reference and things like that. Oh, you could what? You got one more thing cooking up for me? I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, that's pretty much my small goals that I want to get taken care of and things like that. And I would love to have a, because I am gonna use the album cover. Of course, I'm gonna use, but I'll also want to use it as a visualizer. So I will port that over to through my DAW, yeah, my DAW workstation, and have like a little nice little visualizer with the little thingies going. Uh, so stuff like that. That much I know how to do, but I would like for it to have like a little nice little light ambiance piercing through, far as with the little audio visualizer, stuff like that. That's at least that's what I would like to do. I like to do that much. She did text me back, and it's the wedding party arrives around like 1:30. Rain stopped at my house about like a mile. Okay, but may need one more. We may have one more shower before noon. How long would that is dry? How long to get that as dry as possible? Mm. If they're gonna be there at 1:30, and I do not want to feel the vibrations from this dang on timer. Um, the wedding will be happening at that time frame, but the carpet needs to be dry as possible. In order for me to get it dry as possible, I will have to be there around like 11, 11, maybe 12, if they're gonna be there. To get it dry as possible, to get it dry as possible, which I can. She said it was gonna be around noon as well. Ugh, which is a nasty 65-45 chance of rain, which is gonna be happening. So I could probably do. They love to interrupt me when I'm trying to actually stream and do things for me. But at the same time, if if the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna do what I can to make some additional money so I can fund what I love to do. And the crazy thing too is that I thought I was gonna be off today, and apparently they're having another wedding at my said job. Unfortunate as it is, but like I said, the opportunity is presenting itself. So I'm like, I think I like to have some of the extra money that I can pocket for my music, for my music, because there are a few sample packs and a few kits that caught my attention. One was like a dubstep one, which I want to dabble into that, but it's gonna be on the chill side. And then another one was a lo-fi kit, which had like additional stuff that I would like to have in mind, which is why I don't mind going in. So I'm just trying to. Oh wait, what's the best risk? What's the best risk I took in life? Hmm. The best risk I took in life. I haven't took like a. I haven't taken a the best risk. I haven't. I have taken risks far as IRL job wise. I wanted to get I wanted to better my finance. I did wanted to better my finances, which I did, and that was years ago back. So I ended up leaving my main job to yeah, I left my main job that I was at, which was pretty chill and things like that. It's a pretty chill job, and I left that to better my finances for a contracting job, and it was pretty solid. It was about monthly pay. To I left that, which that job was easy too. But I just didn't like the fact that it was from an evening to overnight where everything is closed, and then when the brother hungry, you can't eat nothing. I mean, chances are, if you're lucky enough, the gas stations are open and they're having food. But needless to say, I only did that for like 2 months, and then my nephew he got me on for where he was working at a warehouse, and it was through a temp service, which those can be hit or miss. I did that for a good 3, maybe 5 months. The pay, brother, for that to be exceptionally pretty solid, and it was easy too. The only caveat is that you had to be on your feet all day for 10, maybe 12 hours. I was fine with that, and of course it was loud. And you had idiots that didn't know how to drive the I forgot them little machines. I can't think of them for the life of me at the moment. But I ended up having the RF scanner to scan stuff, and I was the item picker and loader, picker and a packer at a certain district or whatever. Needless to say, the money was good for like 50 hours. I kid you not, bro. It was like 900. And I'm like, damn, this is a pretty decent check or whatever. This is pretty solid compared to what I was making at my chill job that I'm back at, by the way. And I got a story for that as well. But making good money there, I'm like, all right, I'm able to pay everything off and still have like additional money in my pocket. Then I'm still at this warehouse job. They said they needed two 2 to 3 people that needs to go over to another location, same warehouse but at another location. Nobody didn't respond. I'm like, screw it. I'll go over there. I took a risk on that. I'm glad I took a risk on that because, for one, they needed someone early in the morning. And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be in the morning. Got in that joint. I want to say it was from 8 to 5. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I end up the manager that I was working up under at the time. She wasn't there. I called her. So I'm like, hey, is it possible that I can work at one location and then come back to this location and get some additional hours that way? She said, yeah, you can make as many hours as you want. You serious? No job has ever told me that. So I'm like, all right, bet. So there was certain stuff I wanted to get. There was certain stuff I wanted to get. The car I had was a 2008 Chevrolet. It was paid off, and it was functioning at the time. One problem, it had the lock feature. It kept malfunctioning, so that was an issue. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. As long as I got the keys, then I'm able to, drive around safely and stuff. Did the double shift at one warehouse, went over to the other warehouse. Tired as hell, but I was able to do it. I'm killing them with the hours. 70 maybe to like 80 hours. Only did 90 1 week. That check was so freaking huge. I was able to get a gaming laptop, which unfortunately I rated that, and I had an infestation problem from my neighbors, which thank God I don't have that problem no more. It's just the water bugs. But needless to say, I rated my gaming laptop, which RIP. I still have it, but RIP. I may show it on stream, one of these streams or whatever. And I had that taken care of and paid off at the time. Loved that machine because I had the portability of power and I was able to do things as far as music and gaming on the go. That's what I wanted. But the compared from the gaming rig power to a desktop power, huge difference. It's a huge difference. Which also, by the way, I built this from the ground up too. I didn't pay no one to build my PC. I did it myself, and with a few YouTube tutorials, I was able to get it done. Was that's all that can also be a story time with that as well. I got so many stories. I took a risk on that too, so that's another thing. But yeah, the highest check I said, and I made a promise to myself. I'm like, all right, let me see how much hours I can accumulate without getting tired, and to see how much hours I can accumulate as I'm breaking the clock. 90, I want to say 98 to 96 was the highest I have ever accumulated from that warehouse job. And again, it was an easy job and it kept you working out. It kept you fit too. But a company bought it out and they took me over there. They were like, "Hey, if you want to keep your job or whatever, sign up. Well, yeah, go through them, sign up, yada yada, and then that way you can keep your job permanent." And I'm like, "All right, cool." I said I'd rather have my job secured than have a very good chance of me not having a job. So that's what I did. That was the worst mistake I did, and I'm finna get into that. So went over to the new side, get accustomed to their stuff, had a bonus payout with that in the first 3 months, but the longer you be with them, the bigger the payout. The biggest payout that I got from them as a bonus was $750, which was great. I'm like, okay, I can keep that for myself. Problem number one, they want to keep you throttled. And what I mean by throttled, they don't want you to have a bigger advantage. They want to keep your money priced at a throttled payout, which did not sit well with me. I wanted to grow in status and grow into other professions, and I wanted to get on the machine so that the machine drive. I forgot what the hell they call them. The forklifts. I wanted to get on the forklifts because the forklifts was making money. At least in my eyes, it was like 20 something, 24 or 26 at that warehouse that they was making that much money. I'm like, all right, I want to make that. I want to make that. They didn't want me to make that. They wanted me to stay at the 18. That was my first problem. My second problem that I had with them, which I did not like, I went from weekly to bi-weekly. I didn't like that. So I'm like, okay, let me see what this bi-weekly check looked like. Third problem is when they literally cut my check to a point. It was a huge difference and I had to go. I left. And that's why I'm back at my chill job or whatnot. Which she did. Wait, she did text me. Yeah. Hold on. Can you in the minute? I'm going to go see how bad it is. I'll be there in like 10 minutes. I can get okay. To get it as dry as like to get it as dry as possible, which I can. Um I can I can be there and place some pans around, which are close by. I can be there around 11. I'm gonna see if she'll go for it or not. 11 a.m. Place some pans around, which are close by. All right, I'm gonna see what she can. I'm gonna see what she can say on that. But oh, I ain't even look over here. I've been going off on story time. Can I be honest? You have a pure heart, man. Don't ask me how. I know. You know, you literally remind me of myself. You're literally me. I also get a diabolical laugh trying to make others laugh. Yeah, cause it's I my boss also told me that I have a humble and genuine heart, and I'm very humble, which I am. And I supposed to been have ended the stream, but why? Wait, why is my camera so damn close to? Hold up, thank you, camera. But yeah, my boss has also told me that I have a I have a humble and a helping heart as well, and it's so smothered out from society nowadays where it's just hard to find and come by these days, and it's very unfortunate. And I but back to the we're gonna get back on that part. But as far as with the those were my as far as the job wise, as far as the risk wise, what I took, those were my those were the risks I ended up taking. That was a bad call on me. I thought it was a good call on me, but apparently it wasn't a good call. Was the payout great? Yes. But when I switched over to the new company at this warehouse or whatnot, and they started playing with my money and they wanted to keep me at that level, I wasn't going for that. So I ended up going back to the job that I am right now, which she should be texting me because I did send her that, and she said she'll get back with me in 10 minutes. But needless to say, needless to say, the company manager, they was disappointed that I was leaving the company, which y'all were playing with my money. What'd you expect? I'm gonna tell you how much of a difference it was. The highest payout that I've ever received from there was like I want to say the tax was taxing, but they wasn't even taking out my taxes, which was another problem I had because I had to owe back taxes that said year when tax time came around, and I'm like, which is why I was seeing so much freaking money back. They said because the temp company that got me through the door, far as a reference go, and I asked them, was the taxes being taken out? They lied to me and said that it was. It showed otherwise because I had to pay back in taxes, which was a huge unfortunate move on my end. But it is what it is. I'm glad I don't have to owe them back now, and I don't have to worry about that issue no more. But needless to say, which is why my my payout, my gross payout was so dang on big at the time. I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, okay, this is one hell of a good payout, and the finances was looking good. I was able to keep my bills in check. I made some additional payments to certain bills and stuff like that to close them out faster. And of course, my '08 vehicle that I had paid, the transmission went bad, so I had to make a choice with that, which was another mistake. Which I had to get another vehicle or invest in getting the transmission repaired or taken care of, which it would have cost me. It was like a good 2K as far as what that vehicle goes or whatnot from the certain company that I trusted with because they did a really good job and the people that I knew was still there. Uh, but I didn't have the money, so I ended up going to CarMax. My worst mistake of going to got a 20, what was it? It was a nice Camry, 2015 or whatever. It was cool. It got me from point A to point B. I even did Uber and Lyft with it. I wanted to do Uber and Lyft with my '08 Chevrolet at that time, but I didn't want to run the risk of the door locking and unlocking and putting me at a certain danger or whatever. So I didn't want that, which is why I never did Uber and Lyft. So didn't do that. When I got the 2015 Toyota Camry, that's when I jumped into that, and I did that for a good 2 years. Surprisingly, it was, which I didn't see the money. They said I made 10K through Lyft and 10K through Uber. And I'm like, okay, it was good. I got a good deal of stories that I could probably talk about or whatever. But needless to say, yeah, I ended up trading my car for that. As far as an upgrade goes, uh, I didn't like that I was dealing with a car note again, as well as a higher insurance or whatever. But I'm like, okay, I'm banking good money and stuff like that. It is what it is. The problem that lied in that is that I had to go all the way to South Haven to make the money, and then had to drive all the way back home to Memphis. And that was a huge difference when it came to it put a toll via miles on the new car, and not to mention that I was doing Uber and Lyft with that, but I kept the maintenance up on it. So look, I guess in a way it balanced out, but I didn't like the fact that I was putting so much miles on it, which like I said, I didn't like the car note, and the car note was split into two payments, 500 something, but yet it was 200 and something here and 200 and something there, and it was a whole big mess. And it's still, the price still on the camera still wasn't going down. So I'm like, bruh, what the hell is going on? So I'm glad I got out of that. And the caveat that I'm in right now is way too much money on this dang on car. But I think I would rather be. I don't want to pay 761, but it's not like I had a choice because I was upside down in the negative network. What they was talking about, that's a whole nother story too, which is a pain in the butt. But I hate every time when I have to pay it, my wallet cries out in pain. But I hate paying that damn price. I'm not gonna hold you. You know how much I could do with 761? Not pay that damn card. No, I hate paying that. But I just have this year. I just have to endure this year and next year. And they say allegedly, if the MSRP or some, I forgot, they end up going yada yada or whatever. It posted. There's a good chance if I don't have that much miles on it, which jokes on me, jokes on them. I'm already damn near in the 20K on the damn thing. It should go down from 761 to a much lower price each month. So I'm like, all right, unless if I want to lease another vehicle out, well, lease another vehicle with them again, and it'd be much or yeah, it'll be much lower than that. But needless to say, overall, yeah, there are some decisions that I have made far as risk goes. I want to say a good two, maybe three of them was a good. I say humbly it was an L because I could have kept the Camry. Far as the new vehicle that I wanted to get my hands on, because I barely seen it on the dang on road. I'm like, ooh, I want that car. But when I saw it and getting my car serviced or whatever at this Toyota company, I'm like, whoa, what type of vehicle is that? I never seen this type of vehicle in my life. Fun fact, it was it debuted in 1950, and then it didn't perform so well, so they discontinued, and then they brought it back in 2021 or 2023. But needless to say, it caught my goddamn attention, and I'm like, bro, this car looks amazing. I gotta have it. That's my first mistake. Want and need are two different damn things. I would rather pay a 515 payment, but how I was thinking of it, the price wasn't really going nowhere on the Camry, which is why I made that jump and why I was in the net worth of the negative. So I'm like, well, I don't want to have a negative on my damn account, on my credited account. And so that's why I end up making that call. The trade-off with that is that I have to deal with the 761 for 3 years. Then after that, there's a good chance it should be way lower than that. Allegedly. I'll keep you updated on that. I'll keep y'all updated on that. But needless to say, it's not the best move because I'm paying more. But far as longevity wise, I am it is eliminating debt in the process. Far as far as the pricing go and the loan go and all this other stuff. So getting that maintained and taken care of. But yeah, far as with the company that I was at, that was playing with my money, I told them, yeah, y'all can go piss off. I'm not dealing with no 700 difference pay cut in my check that I need. And they found out that, hey, since you also on the morning shift, we're gonna also cut your hourly rate difference by 50 cents. I'm like, you. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay because I need the money and I need to take care of my stuff because it's only me, and any move that I make will be crucial on me because I had to take care of me. So as much as I would love to have a good deal of off days and get paid X amount, which I am glad that my job not only took me back, but they somewhat match the amount of money that I was making at my warehouse job back at my job that I'm currently at. So I am happy on that, and they did take care of me. They're pretty known for taking care of their employees, which is why I didn't mind going back. Which is the first time that ever happened in my life. I ever went back to a company to work forward to or whatnot. And they also say, and this is also a true statement too. Anytime you go back on something, it's 7 times worse. So there's just caveats that you have to bear and to endure in life. And here it is really. You stop. Okay. I've got in garbage can catching the drips. How long to extract the water up? She must didn't see my text. Okay. But yeah, I'm just chatting at this point. Speaking. Oh, hush. Let's switch to just chatting. I should have probably just did that from the start. But Marnie here is really bad. And she got garbage cans to catch drips. How long to extract the water up? That's a good 30. Where are the pans? Last I saw, I would get those too. Last I saw those pans, they were in. They were in B100. I don't know if they are under the table still. All right. All right, now it's been good, but yeah, if you want to listen to a good deal of what I was saying and talking about, then yeah, it would be in this stream. But speaking of, I got to get ready to close that in too. And it has been fun, and I will see y'all in the next one. And I really enjoyed you being here. But yeah, that's pretty much just gonna be it for this stream. If y'all liked it, make sure y'all share it, like and comment, things like that. It was much more of a just a chatting type of stream more than listen to a music more than anything, and went into a story time on that. So if you like this type of video, like I said, just be sure to leave a like, thumbs up the video, share it with your friends, and if you find this relatable, also subscribe because there will be more to come, as well as my music and album things like that and yada yada. But I will see you all in the next video and the next stream. What the? Oh, and I'll see y'all in the next stream. Whatever. I gotta get my words together. But that just comes in time or whatnot. But I will see y'all in the next stream. Y'all take care of yourselves and y'all stay healthy. Health is wealth, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.